friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay, and today I am bringing you some releases that I am anticipating this summer. I am going to be bringing you a list of the books that I am most looking forward to in June, July, and August. And yes, we are almost done with June, so some of these books are already out, which is honestly kind of a bonus because that means if you're interested in them, you can look into them and even go ahead and buy them now. So because of that, the June books that I have on my radar, I'm going to go through a little faster if they're already out, but I still really wanted to mention them because I have been looking forward to them all year. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so the first book I have on my radar for you that is already out is Isabella and the Rogue. This is book 2 in the Lunar Sisters series, which is historical romances about Mexican heiresses who had to flee to England due to the Mexican revolt, Mexican war that was happening. And this is about the second sister, who is a bookish wallflower who is pretty quiet and a spy. And I'm just super excited for this one because I love bookish wallflower main characters, and their tension in book 1 was there, and I'm so ready to see their love story unfold. Then on June 18th, has already happened, of course, is Lady Scandal, and this is again book 2 in a historical romance series. The first one, which was Gift Shop Cinderella, and I adored that book. And so I'm really looking forward to this one, which is about the love interest, the male love interest from that book. This is his cousin, who is a businesswoman and a hotel worker who runs hotels, which for that time period is super cool, and I'm really excited to see what her story is going to be. And it's also Grumpy Sunshine, to my knowledge, which makes me even more excited. Then also on June 18th of Jade and Dragons released, and this is a fantasy book, but with a female engineer. She wants to look into the death or suspected murder of her father. She wants to look more into this guild where her father's past took place, and so she goes disguised as her brother to try to uncover the secrets of why her father was murdered or someone wanted to threaten him at all. Now, as of this time, these books are not out yet from now on, so by the time you're watching this, they may be out already, but either way, on June 25th, we have Tangled Up With You. And honestly, the only thing I needed to know about this was it's Christina Lauren writing a Tangled retelling, and like the Disney version of Tangled, and say less. This cover is so pretty, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this book. It's the 4th book in the Meant to Be series, and I really am just so hyped to have a Tangled retelling. It just sounds like everything I want. Also on June 25th is a novel love story, and honestly, I think this is on everyone's anticipated releases list, but if you haven't heard about it yet, Ashley Costin is bringing another magical realism twist on contemporary romance, and in this one, it is about a woman who gets trapped in the town of her favorite book series. And I have heard so many amazing early reviews of this book, and I cannot wait to read it. And yes, I'm going to be saying that a lot this video. And just, I absolutely love this cover. I love the bright colors and just everything about it, so that, of course, makes me even more excited to add it to my collection. Now we're jumping ahead, and we're going to July 18th, in which All About Genevieve is coming out. And this is book 3 in Shanna Gallen, who, in case you have not been around a little bit on my channel, I am on a Shanna Gallen kick. She is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, historical romance author. And this is book 3 in her Misfortune's Favorite trilogy, which is about 3 friends who stole from a witch, and each of them got cursed to lose everything on their 30th birthday. And these are riches to rags stories. And Shanna Gallen says they're inspired by the Curse and Counter Curse in Sleeping Beauty. And I adore these series. They are both just delightful reads. So I am so excited to have the conclusion of this trilogy where, fingers crossed, all of them get to meet up again and try to counteract the curse they're all under. But in this one, we have a widower whose wife and infant were killed in a carriage crash on his 30th birthday, and he has kind of become isolated, and he is a single father. He has 1 daughter left, and he is getting in a marriage of convenience with Genevieve, who is her governess. And I am so excited for this one, and it is coming out in about a month. On July 23rd is the Ornithologist Field Guide to Love, and I am an environmental science girly, so this is about rival academics in this field of ornithology, which is the study of birds, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited, and I'm pretty sure this is like, it's fantasy, I'm almost positive. So there's a magical bird, and it is a academic rivals road trip, and just say less, this is everything. I cannot wait. And then also, I just want to briefly mention this because this is kind of outside my typical genres, but also on July 23rd is The Drowning House. And I saw this cover and immediately had to request it from NetGalley because I was just so intrigued by it. And I did receive the ARC. I've not read it yet, but hopefully I will read it before it comes out. But in this, we had a house that it is a horror thriller, but we have a house that washes up on the Pacific Northwest shores, and only one person knows what it means. And when this house washes up, her grandson goes missing. And honestly, I don't know anything else. I don't want to know anything else, but this cover just captivated me. And I'm so intrigued by what this story has to hold. I'm a wimp, I'm not gonna lie. So horror is something I've been dabbling in a little bit this year, but not really. And hopefully I will be able to sleep after I read this because like I said, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, but it looks really good still. And now moving into August. I did have a few more July releases, but they're ones that are just like tentatively on my radar. But if you ever want to see a full list of my scare releases, my Goodreads, I have a shelf of all the books coming out this year and in previous years that I have been personally looking forward to. So if you want more recommendations, then you can go ahead and check that out if you like. Alright, moving in to August, and first up on my list for August, Emma Lord's debut adult novel, The Breakup Pact, is coming out. And I love Emma Lord's YA writing. I frankly have only read one of her books, but it was one of my favorites of the year I read it. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's also estranged best friends to lovers and fake dating, because both of these best friends who have been estranged had very viral breakups with their exes. And in order to kind of damage control and kind of like, it was humiliating. So they kind of want to like get better publicity, I guess. But they are going to now fake date each other for 5 dates. And I love best friend slaughters. It's my favorite trope. And honestly, estranged best friends just adds a little more angst to it. And I'm really looking forward to this one. And the cover is just giving a really good beach read. So I don't know, it won't be at the beach in August, but it still is giving summer nonetheless. And then, really briefly, I want to show that on August 20th, Drowning with Dreams, which is the second book in Sing Me to Sleep duology, is coming out, and this is about Black Sirens, and we have a Cinnamon Roll Prince and his assassin, double agent, main character, love interest, and the tension that book one left off on was so good. So I'm really looking forward to going back to this world and this story. And now, this next one is kind of like such a niche thing, but I am so happy to have it coming out. But so on August 27th, we have Given Our History. And first of all, I just love that title. I just love that title. And it's giving falls, and it's giving everything. So this would be an awesome fall read, in my opinion. But this is about childhood best friends who haven't really spoken in 10 years. And now our main character has always wanted to teach history, which, you know, is very me. She is a professor, and a guest professor is her childhood best friend who she has not seen in years. But this man is not like the best friend she remembers, and now they're having to collaborate on a research project or just a project in general. And it just sounds so good, you guys. I'm all for the academic history professors. Like, that just sounds amazing, and I'm sure there's going to be some tension. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that one. And the last book I want to talk to you all about is Ocean Song. And I really recently came across this book, but I am so glad that I did. This is a Little Mermaid meets Romeo and Juliet, according to the author. And honestly, I just absolutely love the summary of this. So we are in this Alaskan village, and there are fish disappearing, which means there are a lot of starving people. And as soon as the village figures out that the mer people are responsible, they are infuriated and want to rage like a war, or just, they're not happy. And this book is a forbidden romance because we are going to be following a guarded marine biologist and the prince of the mer people, and just, it's giving. And there is no cover yet, unfortunately, but I already know that I cannot wait to have this in my hands. And I just love the idea of a remote Alaskan village and mer people. That just sounds amazing. So I will be very anxiously waiting for that in August. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you were able to find some fun new recs, and if you have any anticipated releases that I missed, because like I said, this is not an extensive list for the rest of summer's releases. But if you have any releases that you are really looking forward to, or a release that has come out this summer that you're loving, please let me know in the comments. I love getting new recs and growing my TBR. That's my favorite hobby. And if you like this video, please consider sticking around and subscribing. I would love to have you join my bookish corner of the interweb. And if you want to find me elsewhere, my social medias are always linked below. And until next time, I'm Kay. Bye!